This time is different. Okay. This crypto bear market is different, and do not let a single person gaslight you into not being able to say that this time is different, because this time is so blatantly, obviously different than previous crypto bear markets that I'm going to scream it from the rooftops until I'm proven right. Okay. And why am I even sharing a little bit of frustration here? Because saying this time is different is like crying wolf when it comes to crypto bear markets. People were saying this time was different in 2022. And it actually was different, but it was worse, was the thing. We saw a major deleveraging event happen after the excesses of COVID. But people were saying in 2017, 2018, this time is different. No, those times weren't different. Those times were the unwinding of excess liquidity in the market. This time is different because we're not unwinding anything. In fact, we're moving in the complete opposite direction. And so let me put a chart on the screen and let's just do some quick observations with it. This is from an X user called Sminston_with. He's actually a very phenomenal analyzer of the markets. You should give him a follow at Sminston_with. And he's posted this chart, Bitcoin laid over with a PMI, ISM PMI chart. And there's one specific thing that I want you to observe when you're looking specifically at this chart. And I want to start out with the most recent data. And you can see the squiggly lines, but crossing over to the upside, the long diagonal line. So we have seen PMI reports with scores over 52 the last 3 months. And so you have this squiggly line moving above the diagonal line. And what does that mean? This is very important to understand, because historically what happens as we see the PMI moving in the right direction, moving above this baseline level of 50, is within a few months we see significant rallies with Bitcoin. And so what does the last time look like with ISM over 50? You have to go back to 2021, 2022. We had a brief period of time with the COVID crash. PMI went down significantly and then put in a major V-shaped recovery. And then what happened after that? We saw Bitcoin rally from $10,000 to $64,000. We saw alt season, but it wasn't immediate. Okay, so that period of time when ISM PMI broke out, it was about 5 months until we started seeing Bitcoin go vertical. And then another few months after that, where we started seeing altcoins wake up in a major way and Bitcoin's dominance come down significantly. So that's the last time. What about the time before that? We have 2017 going into 2018. We did lose the level under 50, but then we went above it and then actually back tested 50 for the 50 score for PMI. And then it took a few months. It took another 5 or so, 2 to 5 months for crypto to start waking up. But then as PMI rose, on a delayed level here, you see Bitcoin at least start going up in a major way. And the peak almost coincides with the PMI peak. And same deal in 2021, the peak of Bitcoin almost coincides with the PMI peak. And then it trends down as crypto trends down. And so you could go back even to 2013, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to do that. But what I am talking about here is historically, we do not see a move like this happen in the bear market. We've just never seen this before. And so what happens next is likely a move that's going to confuse a lot of people to where Bitcoin might have bottomed. I know that's a bold statement for me to say. It might have already bottomed, but if it hasn't, it's not going to go all that much lower, most likely. And then the upside for Bitcoin is incredible. We saw Bitcoin hit $126,000 with PMI well under 50, and a lot of people are falsely calling that the peak for this entire cycle. And what does that mean for Bitcoin when PMI is in a more favorable position? that means that Bitcoin can go well beyond $126,000. And I think that that's exactly what's going to happen. I think Bitcoin is going to blow its 2025 peak away, maybe not in 2026, but 2027. But the buildup to that happens much sooner than people are thinking. The buildup to that does not happen in November of 2026. The buildup happens now. I mean, that doesn't mean we go straight up now, but that means we build. We build a base. We build strength. We build it. And then at some point, you're waking up every day and you're blown away seeing Bitcoin even higher. And yes, seeing altcoins. Oh my goodness, it just feels like this is never going to stop going up. There are times like that historically with crypto. There will be times like that again. But this idea that this time is not different, that that's nonsense. How that plays itself out, it could be, you know what, who knows? Maybe the 4-year cycle bros are right. Maybe we bottom in November. But if that's the case, I am telling you the recovery, which I don't think that's the case, the recovery from that is going to be violent and severe and quick. And that it could be both a bottom in the fourth quarter of 2026 and a new all-time high in the first quarter of 2027. Whatever the case, I am so fired up right now and I'm so locked in that it's time to execute. It is time to, if you have not already, lay out your plan for taking advantage of something that may be significant. What level of significance? I don't know. Maybe not 2021 or 2018, but more significant than anything we saw in 2024, 2025. And the chart that I showed you in this video, it lays that out in a very simple to understand way that yes, this time is different.